Squad, listen, there are several times in the sneaker game where we're gifted opportunities to get a shoe. Now, 9 times out of 10, that opportunity turns into an L. Sometimes it turns into a win. And then there are times we are gifted second chance opportunities that do not come around often. So, Rebel Squad, welcome to the video, man. Let's go ahead and get into it, guys, because we got a lot of info to talk about. Video up. Let's get to it. Family, what's good? Rebels, what's up? It's your boy CJ Rebel, aka Matt the Rebel, man. I am back with another video on another beautiful day in Washington, DC, guys. If you haven't done so, man, guys, make sure you like this video and comment. And first off, secondly, this should be first. Guys, welcome to all the new subscribers to the channel, guys. Welcome to all the new Rebels, a part of Rebel Squad. Guys, welcome to the most lit family on all of YouTube. I'm telling you guys, we get it done over here, all right? Also, guys, make sure you follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Matt the Rebel. For Twitter, throw an underscore at the end of the name. So, Rebels, what are we even talking about, right? In the sneaker game, opportunities to get limited shoes don't come around often. You put in your information on the raffles, you put in your information online for the raffles, all these raffle this, raffle that. Maybe you know someone who bots, maybe you know a reseller with a really good plug, maybe you know this, maybe you know that, or maybe you're just gonna try on the good old sneakers app and just hope for the best. 9 times out of 9, you're probably gonna get an L. I'm not guaranteeing that number, guys, but most of the time it is an L for a lot of us. So, squad, we already know the Jordan 1, ever since the Last Dance documentary, has been the most sought after sneaker, with the exception of like your limited collaboration shoes or some of your really limited OGs that dropped in the past. The Jordan 1 has risen so much in resale value that it is crazy. So that opportunity to get it at retail is just that much more valuable, guys. So, Rebel Squad, what we're gonna do, let's go ahead and talk today about what we can do to prepare ourselves to get some of these limited Jordans. Let's go ahead and talk about how we can get our hands on some of these limited releases, like some of these University Blue Jordan 1s. We also got, you know, things like the Volts that actually sold out that a lot of people didn't want. So how do we get our hands on these OG highs, on these limited releases? First things first, number 1, do your research, guys, all right? You need to check with your local boutiques. You need to check with your local stores. You need to look on your app. As you guys already know, and I'm sure some other YouTubers have talked about this, and just do your research. There are so many other stores who got delayed shipments. Like, you just never know. Go to your local malls, guys. Talk to the manager, talk to the employees, see if they're getting shoes in. 9 times out of 10, they'll tell you. They may not necessarily tell you the procedure to get them, but they'll definitely tell you. Secondly, guys, once you've done your research, once you have thought about where you're gonna get your shoe from, how you're gonna do it, the second thing is to network, all right? So yes, you've done your research. Yes, you know where the store is dropping, but how cool are you with the staff? How cool are you with the employees? Have you been purchasing from that store all the time? Yes, guys, granted, backdooring does exist. And a lot of times a store is not gonna backdoor for you just because they like you. And backdooring is being so brought up now that a lot of stores who probably were backdooring are no longer backdooring. There's nothing wrong with networking with the staff or networking with the manager or networking with the employees at the store to just see like, hey man, like when are shoes dropping? Maybe they'll let you know about the process on how it's gonna work. You know, just you have to form relationships in the sneaker game, guys. It's one of the most valuable things outside of the sneaker itself. So that's number 2. Make sure you network. Make sure you have your information ready, guys. One thing I like to use, I actually use this thing called Popple on the back of my phone right here. All right, not sure if you guys can see that or not, but it's a really cool tool. And no, this video is not sponsored by them, but I've been using it to basically when I'm out and about and I'm talking to people, I'm networking. It's literally a tap of the phone, boom. And then they get my information, we can exchange information, and we just go from there, guys. Just building relationships, man. And no, don't come at somebody and be like, hey, I'm gonna build a relationship with you so I can get a sneaker. Guys, that is really corny, it's really lame. Actually build a relationship with someone, get to know that person, man. And then if the sneakers come, cool. And if they don't, even better. Now you got a dope friend who you can kick knowledge with about the sneaker game, which is actually more valuable. So that's number 2, guys. Make sure you network with the people in your community with regards to sneakers, with regards to just anything in general. Make sure your name is out there. Number 3, when the apps have failed, when you've taken that L, that OG is gone, the reseller got it, this person is done, blah, 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 you have to consider alternatives, all right? And what I mean by alternatives, guys, yes, maybe you did miss out on a OG high University Blue. Maybe you did miss out on a Jordan 1 Volt. But Did you miss out on a Jordan 1 mid beetroot? That's also really dope. Yes, it is a women's exclusive, but from what I understand, you know, women's exclusive doesn't necessarily, men can't wear them. They just come in smaller sizes for men's feet. Did you like the signal blue? Maybe you didn't hit on the university blues, and maybe your local mall still has a few of these sitting around. Now, granted, it's not quite UNC university blue. It's more of a royal blue per se, but maybe the mid isn't a bad alternative, guys. What other shoe could we be thinking about? Maybe there's a shoe out there like, I don't know, maybe there's an Air Max 97 laying around. Now, granted, I don't particularly think undefeated 97s are laying around, but guys, you have to consider alternatives. You are going to take L's, man, but one thing is for sure, there is always going to be another shoe. There's always going to be a shoe that's in the mall at the time that you may consider, that you may like. You know, for example, I was blessed to get an opportunity to get these. I did not hit on any raffle. I did not hit on the sneakers app for any university Jordan 1s. Now, luckily for me, Atmos USA selected me in basically like a Twitter sweepstakes giveaway type of thing, and I was actually able to get my hands on these. Maybe I was bummed and I still wanted something the same colorway. Maybe there is a Jaden sitting around. Who knows, guys? Just do your research, man. Make sure you have your alternatives lined up, because that way you're not all salty about this, that, and the third. Yes, we get it, guys. The sneaker game is really crazy right now. You got all types of people. How does your alarm go off? I mean, damn, it's twice today, bro. Get it together. But guys, make sure you have your alternatives lined up, man. And a final tip, guys, tip number 4. One thing that you always want to consider is resale or unauthorized. Now, me personally, I'm not an unauthorized sneaker wearer. I never have been, and honestly, I never will be. I am really in love with the hunt of getting a shoe at retail. The only way I'm actually going to pay resale for a shoe is if it is literally like I have to have it, and it doesn't happen often. 9 times out of 10, I know that shoe is going to restock. I actually have some really good resources now to where I know if that shoe is going to come back to a certain store, but it's one of those things where it's like, you may have to. Maybe you want to go across the waters and pay that unauthorized price tag. If that's what you want to do, cool. No one in the sneaker game is going to judge you, man. The only time people judge people on unauthorized sneakers is when you go to China or your plug overseas, you get that unauthorized sneaker and then you try to sell it at the resale price of an authentic pair. Now, to me, that's just dirty. It's uncalled for, kind of whack. Now, if you're the person who's getting multiple shoes from China and you tell that person like, hey, like, man, listen, I know that these are not authorized by Nike. These are not 100% authentic. These are unauthorized, but they are really good quality, blah, blah, blah. If you're cool with that and you still want to purchase, by all means, man, the sneaker game is open for everybody. It is what it is, okay? But just make sure, guys, that you have your ducks in a row, man. Make sure that you have everything lined up, ready to go. Make sure your apps are good. Make sure your payment information is saved on the apps. If you're using PayPal, make sure you have your money loaded onto your PayPal account. Make sure you have everything signed in correctly. Make sure those addresses are up to date. Make sure your bank knows that you're going to make a whole bunch of purchases for sneakers. Banks cancel transactions all the time, guys. So it's just one of those things, man. This whole release of getting, you know, when you want to get these crazy hype shoes, when you want to get any type of shoe in general nowadays, guys, you just have to be prepared. So Rebel Squad, I just want to come and talk to you guys, man, just about how we can be prepared for sneakers when they drop, whether it's a limited Jordan 1 or whether it's something like a Taupe Haze Jordan 4, whatever the case may be, guys. This is one of those videos where I just wanted to bring to your attention how you can actually get your foot in the door with some of these companies, with some people, and just say, hey man, look, you know, I really like this, I really like that. Maybe they'll look out for you, maybe they won't, but the key is to make yourself known and noticeable, guys, and of course to make sure that you are a good player in the sneaker game, man. Nobody wants to do business with a person who they just don't like. That's just how it is. So Rebel Squad, with that being said, man, I'm done talking your heads off, guys. It's your boy CJ Rebel, aka Matt the Rebel, man. I'm checking out with another video, family. I will see you in the next one. Rebel Squad, we out. Peace.